But yeah, more to that later. But the second trigger that I want to talk about is clothes, the clothes that we wear, young ladies and older women. Like I said before, men are they're visual creatures. And one way to keep yourself single is, ladies, we got to make sure that we cover ourselves up. Um, the young man in my life, he's told me before, he's blatantly told me, and ladies, listen, when they tell you something, listen, he's blatantly told me, you don't need to wear that. Make sure you have on a bra. All these things, because they're such visual creatures. The slightest little thing can really send a young man into la la land. So um, if we're wearing little booty shorts and low cut t-shirts and all these clothings that says touch me here, we can't be surprised or be shocked when we actually get touched there, or when he's tempted to do such. So it's very important with the stuff that we wear. That would really save us from falling. So another trigger, uh, and I'm laughing because this is, I told y'all, the enemy comes in so subtle. He think he's slick, but God's wisdom will reveal to you how to truly live this life. But another trigger is what we listen to and what we watch. You ever find yourself listening to an old jam, or some Casey and JoJo, some H-Town and R. Kelly, thinking like, oh, 90s, yeah, this is the stuff, talking about sex, and then you stop listening to it, and all of a sudden you like, man, I want to do this, or I want to do that, or I want to call him, or I want to see what he's doing, and start texting some crazy stuff. This is how the enemy works. Like I said before, this is a spiritual battle. There are spirits attached to all the things that we listen to, and the things that we watch. What's in us is going to come out. So if we're constantly feeding ourselves bad things, and this goes beyond like songs, and just like the music, love songs. You ever been listening to a love song, single and lonely, you feeling lonely for a night, and then all of a sudden the love song talking about love, and it just sends you into a depression mode. Like, these songs can really have you tripping. And also the movies that we watch, these sex scenes that we watch, all this stuff plays a big role on us. It triggers our eyes and our ears, and these are the gates to our hearts. And just like a container, you put something in there, but eventually if you keep putting stuff in there, it's going to explode whether you want it to or not. It's going to spill over. So what's in us will come out. So we have to be wiser. We have to truly know what we're up against. This life is not physical. It's a spiritual walk. It's a spiritual battle, and you got to be trained. You got to get closer to God and ask Him for wisdom to understand, what am I really up against. Like, should I watch this? Should I read that? There's been some books that set you off too. You got to be really careful the places that you go, clubs and all that stuff. That's a whole nother different video, but it plays a major role on your emotions. Oh, those emotions, or your just everything. That's a big one. So be careful on that. And another one of my triggers, and I kind of, on this video, I really want to keep it I want to get personal and keep it real, because like I said, it's those subtle ways that the enemy comes in that we don't realize, that we think is not a big deal, but it can really, those little subtle things can really come in and throw you for a loop, make you fall hard. And just in me being around the young man, the guy in my life, I really had to check myself and really check our behavior towards one another. How he sits with me, where he rests his hand. He cannot rest his hand on my inner thigh. When he hugs me, he cannot have his hands lower than my waist on my butt. Like, these are subtle ways that the enemy comes in. We are, like I said, you know about the impulses, you know about those touches and feelings, and how it can turn you on just like that. I cannot sit on his lap, on his manhood, and think I'm going to be okay. I don't even know if he'll be okay after a while, because then It's like a domino effect. You do one thing, and then it leads to another, then it leads to rubbing, and then it leads to all these kind of things. It's like a snowball effect. All these effects, it builds up. And this is the wisdom God gives us, and that's why it's so important to just flee from it all. Don't even flirt with it. And sad to say, I've been called holier than thou. I've been called, of course, the Jesus freak. I've been called you too saved. But this is my life. This is my life. I truly want to be successful, and these are the steps that I must take in order to do that. And I feel like the more we realize those subtleties, we won't fall. We won't have those gray areas where we wonder, how do I keep ending up here? All the compromise that we subject ourselves to, because that's what it is. All this compromise. That's really what gets us. So in this walk, we have to be strict. That's really what it is. You have to be so strict with this flesh. It ain't even funny, but it becomes easier. It becomes easier when you have that relationship with Christ, or when you realize that He is a holy God and you want to revere Him. You want to have holy reverence. I know one of my turning points, and this was just last year. I realized, Lord, I cannot keep coming before you at your altar, doing the same old, same old. And I believe at that point, when I realized that, when He revealed that to me, it's like He gave me more strength. In my spiritual man, I became more stronger to have a desire to not even want to put myself in tempting situations. And like I said, please stay encouraged, because this walk is given to those who endure to the end. If you're falling, or if you feel like you just can't do without, keep walking with Christ. That's what I really did. I kept walking with Christ, and I'm still walking, because this is a fight for me daily. This fight won't end until we get married. But keep walking, and as you get closer to Him, and as you get more strength, and as you learn how to listen to the Holy Spirit and get some wisdom, He'll show you what to do. He'll show you what not to do. He'll show you how to behave in a relationship. He'll show you what to say, what not to do, all those things. So I just really want to encourage y'all, and encourage myself as well, because I'm speaking to myself first off. Like, it is possible. As I'm speaking to you, it is so possible to be single and successful, and I'm well on my way. I know that I'll be able to look back, and I'll be able to tell my kids, Mommy didn't start off right, but she sure did finish right. And that's really what I wanna leave with them. That it is possible. I keep saying that because it is possible. I'm encouraging myself. Stay encouraged. Stay encouraged. Get you an accountability partner. Get you somebody who's trying to do this walk, trying to live righteous. And y'all stick together. Hold each other accountable Friday nights and Saturday nights, or go on group dates, or whatever it is. You have to learn your triggers, and you got to find ways to avoid them. That's really what it's all about. Learning how to live and not fall in the cracks and all those things in this single walk, because it is possible. Celibacy is possible. Do not feel discouraged. Do not condemn yourself if you fall, because that's what I was known to do. I am a professional condemner. I will condemn myself like there's no tomorrow, and think God hates me. God, how can you possibly love me? I keep doing the same thing over and over, but that showed you my lack of knowledge of Him and how gracious that He is. He sees my heart, and He knows that in my heart I'm not out here just trying to just getting down on the get down. He's changed me, and He sees in me what He's planted inside of me, and He sees what He's planted inside of you. All He's doing is just putting a little more water on it so it can grow and grow and grow. So I truly, truly desire for you to be encouraged. Be encouraged. I think of a picture of a rose in a cracked desert, and that's what we are. When we learn this thing and desire to want to be celibate, we stand out of the world. We stand out like a rose in a desert, looking so beautiful and just succulent. A succulent rose. Like, that's how our lives stand out. So stay encouraged. Stay encouraged. It is possible. realize that your life does impact others, and that they are looking to you like, how are you doing this? How are you making it this long? I mean, the more we walk with Him, we will be able to make it to our honeymoon night. I am with myself 24/7. So are you. So you're gonna have to constantly encourage yourself. There's been many times where I'm just sitting doing my work, doing some homework, and the enemy tries to talk to me and tries to tell me to do this or do that or something of that nature, and I literally have to speak out of my mouth so that my body can hear it, and so that the enemy can hear who is in control. That is not him, that is not my flesh, but it's Jesus Christ. And I constantly tell myself this: the best sex I will ever have is with my husband, in the marriage that God ordained, and in the bed that He said is undefiled. I constantly say that all the time, because it's real. Like I said, the struggle is real, but success is possible. Success is possible. Single and successful is possible. I'm trying to think if I left any triggers out. I don't know if I did, but if I did, I'll probably blog about it another day or of some sort. But thank you. This is my first video. I know it's kind of shaky and all that, and I'm doing this a lot and all that stuff, but I really hope that it has encouraged you and that you were able to take some things away from it, some things that you didn't know before, or that you can hold on to another day. I love you. I thank you. Thank you for listening to me ramble this whole time, but stay encouraged. Bye-bye.
Hey, hey, hey. Virtuous woman. Hey. Listen, when you see that girl, you know there's something different. It ain't her clothes, ain't her hair. You're wondering what it is. She's a virtuous woman. And she's a